Hello everyone and welcome back to Flag Favourites Footy. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Supercoach team, and this time it's February edition, so I've made some changes to my team, and all I'm going to be doing today is just going over my team again and showing you the changes that I've made. So let's get straight into it. As you can see, the first player that I have in is Callum Mills. I think Mills will be a great addition to my team. I had him in my team in my first draft that I made that I didn't make a YouTube video about. I think he's just going to be a great player. I've added him back in because he's just fit what I've had to do. And one of the reasons he's back in is because I've traded Keaton Coleman out. Coleman had to come out of the side because I don't think he's going to play the first few games of the season. And I don't want that in my team, of course. No one's going to want someone that's still injured in the first couple of rounds. But when he comes back, I'll definitely have to trade him into my team because he is that cheap. The next player that I've got in is Max Holmes. Holmes was in my midfield before. I've just put him into my defence, so there's not much to say about him. Then I've got Zach Reed on my bench. I think Reed's going to be great to come in on my bench instead of Luke Trainer, who's also out. I think Reed might just play a couple more games than Trainer, and that's the only reason I've got him. And then the other out is McKercher. McKercher had to come out of my team for some players in the midfield that you'll see later on in the video. And that's why I've swapped Holmes back into the defence. So that's it for my defence. Now let's get straight into the midfield. The first player that I've put straight into my midfield is Andrew Brayshaw. I think Brayshaw's going to have a great season for Fremantle. Hopefully he won't get tagged because Sarong's the player that all the clubs should be tagging. I think Brayshaw is just going to have a nice season, maybe even get back to his All-Australian best. And it's a pretty simple pick, I guess. It's just a primo that I've decided to go with. Then I've got James Peatling in as well. I think Peatling should be a good pickup. He costs $350k for Crows, a new player for Crows. Hopefully he gets a lot of midfield time. It seems like he will. It sounds like he's been training very well down in Adelaide. And I've decided to pick him up in my team, just like a lot of other people. It's a pretty common pick, you could say. Then I've got Sam Lawler on my bench, the number one pick for Richmond. I think Lawler should play round one. I've seen a lot of reports from Richmond that he will play round one, and 200k is the most expensive rookie, but I still think it's going to be worth it for Sam Lawler. And I think after the first few rounds, a lot of people are going to get him in their side, so I'm going to try and save a trade there and go for a pretty safe rookie pick. Then I've got Neil Erasmus as a rookie in my team. Honestly, I don't know too much about Neil Erasmus, but I know that he's been picked by a lot of people, and it seems like he is going to play quite a few games for Freo. So it's a pretty simple pick, you could say. But moving on to the outs, I've got Holmes. Once again, Holmes has gone into my defence, so there's not much to say there. Will Ashcroft out. He's got the early bye. I just don't trust it. I went with Peatling instead of Will Ashcroft. Peatling's a bit cheaper, and I think it just makes more sense to have Peatling in my team. The next out is Xavier Linsley. I just don't think he'll be the best rookie. I had him in my team before, but I didn't feel too good about it. So he's had to get the cut, and he's gone out of my team. I reckon at some point next season, though, he's going to have to come in because it does seem like he's going to play quite a few games. And the last out for my midfield is Isaac Kako, but you'll soon see that he's actually my forward line. So he's only out of my midfield, not out of my actual team. And now that's the midfield done, so let's get straight into the rucks. As you can see, my rucks are very similar to what they were before. I've still got Zeri as my captain, and I've still got Tom De Koning. Those are still my two main rucks, and I don't think I'll change that unless any injuries or something like that happens. But I've got Boyd in over Sims. So Rowan Marshall has just been injured at Saints, and there's rumours that he might not play in round one. So if he doesn't play, it seems like Boyd will fill that role, and he'll play as the number one ruck for Saints. So it seems like he might be able to earn a bit of money for us early on. And I've got him in my bench. Even if he doesn't play, that's alright. He's still cheaper than Sims, saving a little bit of money. And he might play down the road for Saints as well, because he seems to be a pretty good player. So yeah, the rocks is a pretty simple position. Now let's move straight on to the forward line and the flex. My forward line is pretty similar, but it starts with Isaac Kako in, but he was already in my midfield as you guys heard before, so that's a pretty simple pick. But he's actually starting on my team now, because Philippou had to come out, and because Philippou is unfortunately injured, and he will miss the start of the season, which does suck because just about everyone had him in their side. But yeah, that obviously can't happen anymore. Next player in is Joe Berry from Port Adelaide. Reports say that he's going to play a lot of games and he should play in round 1. So hopefully he can score some decent scores and maybe make some money. And yeah, out for Joe Berry is Job Shanahan from West Coast. I'm not quite sure why I had him in my side in the first place, to be honest. He still might play quite a few games for West Coast. I just changed my mind in getting him, and I think Joe Berry will be a lot better. And yeah, other than that, nothing else has changed in my team. Levi Ashcroft is still in my flex. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you disagree with me and think I should make some changes to my side, just let me know down below in the comments, and I'll react to whatever you guys say. I think my side's pretty good. The chances are we'll change it more going into the next month, March, and I'll make another update video based on what I change. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.